Hello and welcome back to another edition of Teacher Talks. And friends, let's do it. Let's go by Dogman for whom the ball rolls. All right, that's Dogman number 7, and we're going to do that in just a second. But first, let's talk about this for just a minute here. Because number 1, while I am going to purchase it right now, this is not going to come in the mail for a while. It doesn't come out until August 13th, 2019. However, I'm figuring if we purchase it now, that it will be at my doorsteps as soon as possible. So hopefully I'll get one of the first copies of this. So let's scroll down here a little bit. Boy, that's a cool cover, by the way, isn't it? Let's scroll down here a little bit and let's take a look and just do this quick, we'll read this quick summary on it. The Super Buddies have been working hard to help Dogman overcome his bad habits. But when his obsession turns to fears, Dogman finds himself the target of an all-new supervillain. Meanwhile, Petey the Cat has been released from jail and starts a new life with Li'l Petey. But when Petey's own father arrives, Petey must face his past to understand the difference between being good and doing good. Wow, that sounds pretty deep here. Wow. All right, friends. Hey, there's one other thing I wanted to show you. We'll scroll down here a little bit. Oh, look at this. All right, Brawl of the Wild, got it. Okay, Dogman, Lord of the Fleas, check. Of course, we got that one. Dogman and Cat Kid, you bet. All right. If we keep scrolling down here a little bit, I thought this part was really cool about the author. And I've talked about this a little bit, but Dav Pilkey, I truly believe the guy's a genius. And part of his story is part of the reason that I think he is such a genius. So let's read up and let's talk about Dav Pilkey for just a second. As a child, Dav Pilkey was diagnosed with dyslexia and ADHD. So I know about those two, and I know about them pretty well because I was also diagnosed as a child with dyslexia and with ADHD. So for you kids out there that might not have these learning disabilities, let me talk about these a little bit and explain what Dave and myself and a lot of other people have had to overcome. Dyslexia, it makes it really hard to learn how to read. So if you have dyslexia, in order to become a strong reader, you're going to have to practice reading a lot more than the typical average student. So understand, you can do it out there if you're suffering from dyslexia, but boy, you have to practice and practice and practice and practice and practice. Let's talk about ADHD, exactly what that is. Well, basically what that is I call it like the wiggly syndrome. It's hard for students and adults to kind of sit still with a calm body if you have ADHD. So you're kind of fidgeting a lot. I wanted to be out of my seat a lot. I wanted to be running around on the grass outside in the beautiful sun. And it was really hard for me to concentrate in a classroom. So between the ADHD and the dyslexia, I know what it was like for Dave. It was challenging. But hey, Dave is now a hugely popular author. I myself am now a very successful second grade teacher. Feel like I'm really good at my craft too. So you can do it too out there if you're suffering from any of these things. All right, let's keep reading. Dave was so disruptive in class that his teachers made him sit out in the hallway every day. Luckily, Dave loved to draw and make up stories. So he spent his time in the hallway creating his own original comic book. In second grade, Dav Pilkey created a comic book about a superhero named Captain Underpants. His teacher ripped it up and told him he couldn't spend the rest of his life making silly books. Fortunately, Dave was not a good listener. Dave has gone on to create award-winning best-selling books for children. His Captain Underpants series has more than 80 million copies printed worldwide. And it goes on to tell us a little bit more details here. But anyway, I just thought that was really cool to kind of make sure that everybody out there knows that, Dave had to overcome some big obstacles. And that dyslexia and ADHD can sometimes make learning so it's not that much fun. All right, guys, you ready to do it? All right, let's go over here. Let's pre-order it. So, all right, 1, 2, 3. All right, I clicked it. I'm assuming we got it. Hey guys, I also want to do a couple shout outs, and I also want to remind you, hey, if you're a subscriber to this channel, thank you very much. Make sure you hit that little bell next to subscribe, and that way it'll tell you every time I put up a new video so you don't miss any of them. Also, when you give me those thumbs up on my videos, it really helps tremendously. If you have any suggestions for me, make some comments down below. I love reading your guys' comments, and I try really hard to either reply to you or at least to give you that little heart that it'll show you next to your comment. And a couple shout outs. Hey Zed, Dude, I love what you're doing with your channel, and I see you working hard on it. And also, I always see your comments down below on my videos, so thank you so much. And also, a new subscriber in 6th grade, I believe, is Maddie. Maddie, welcome to Teacher Talks, and glad to have you on board. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Dogman, the book's on the way. We're going to have to wait till it gets a little hotter. Going to have to wait until August 13th, 2019. The good news is it's on the way very, very slowly. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.